So the first question, after being here at the expo, just a couple of days, but what is your impression about the Smart City Summit and Expo in general? And what's your thoughts about the expo itself?
First of all, I'm very happy to be here. This is not my first visit to Taipei per se. I've been here multiple times, but this is my first expo that I'm attending. But what is very, very striking about this summit and expo is the quality of speakers, that I've been able to, listen to, and also the international participation that the expo has been able to bring in terms of mayors and commissioners from multiple cities from across the world. And one of the very interesting initiatives that has been taken up by the Taipei city government is the Go Smart. So I was involved in the Go Smart as a jury member, and I was very impressed by the quality of proposals that came up for the awards. So from a city conference perspective, this has been my best experience in terms of a smart city conference. There is a lot of energy in terms of the Taiwanese company providing a lot of solutions, smart city solutions, which could be used across multiple cities in the world. So I believe that this kind of platform, it provides a platform for different entities in different countries and different city elements to collaborate with one another. And this is perhaps the biggest benefit of the expo.
Yes. And how do you think about enterprise architecture in terms of in government, its application in government? And how do you think enterprise architecture or the GEA itself can actually help Taipei city government and other city governments around the world?
Yes. So, as I was doing the talk today, one of the things that you typically see across cities is that most cities are talking about the same problems and the same solutions. They're talking of health, they're talking of citizens, they're talking of mobility, governance, people, so on and so forth. What enterprise architecture brings is a holistic, integrated approach to look at the entire city as a single unit of analysis, which is very important, because many times what we see is that when a city solves one problem, it creates another problem. And that is not what smart cities should be, because the unintended consequence of one problem should not create another problem which becomes more difficult to solve than the original problem. And this is where the enterprise architecture is coming in, and that's why I'm interacting very closely with the Taipei city government, the Commissioner of IT, Simon Liu, Dr. Simon Liu. And it is important because I think once we have a city level architecture framework, it can be replicated, it can be deployed across multiple cities to take the benefit of economies of scale. And that's where architecture comes in, because I think all city leaders need to understand is that the problems that the cities are trying to tackle are very similar across multiple countries, very similar across the multiple countries. So an architecture approach will give you a head start, so to speak, in terms of addressing those problems, because some of these problems are replicated and repeated.